Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. Let me start by this 2021-2022 season, 3 games played, 3 games lost, bottom of the table, 0 goals scored, 9 goals conceded. 2022-2023, the total opposite. 3 games played, 3 games won, top of the table, 9 goals scored, right? I'm even losing count because you're scoring so many goals. I think it's 9 goals scored and only 2 conceded. The difference 1 year can make. It's totally different. This time last year, we were bottom of the table. This year, we are top of the table and things are looking absolutely bright, man. I am so happy. What a performance. What a start to the season. The kind of records you have broken just today alone. By the way, let me know if you can hear me. The records that you've broken just today alone, absolutely amazing. Let me let you guys know. This was the first time Arsenal have won 2 away games in a row at the beginning of a season since 1993. The first time since 1993, Arsenal are winning 2 games at the beginning of the season, 2 away games at the beginning of the season without conceding a goal. We kept a clean sheet away to Crystal Palace and we kept a clean sheet away to Bournemouth. That is the first time that has happened since 1993. That is also the first time that Arsenal have gotten 9 points from 3 games at the beginning of the season since 2003-2004. Do you remember what happened that season? We finished the season unbeaten. That was the last time we won the first 3 games of a season. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. The team is looking amazing. Everyone is gelling. Team spirit, that is the one thing I always love. Team spirit. You've not had team spirit for such a long time. A few years ago, Sanchez wanted to leave, Sanchez wanted to stay, Sanchez wanted to leave. Another year later, Ozil, the money problem, Ozil wants to go, Ozil wants to leave. A couple of years later, same with Aubameyang, same with Lacazette. The team spirit has always been affected by whatever is happening in the team. There was Xhaka a couple of years ago when he threw on the armband and everything. This time, everything is feeling very, very different. It's looking like every single player is getting along. It's looking like Arteta is enjoying coaching this team. It's like we literally know that we need players in the transfer window, but if they actually told you that we didn't get anyone, like you wouldn't even complain because you're looking so good. I keep on saying if we get another 2 players into this team, we are going to be really, really, really strong. So as always, let us go through the match reaction, the team that played today, and the player ratings at the end, and let me know what you made of the game. By the way, if you told me to show you a picture of Gabriel Jesus and a picture of Zinchenko, I'd show you this. This is what I'd show you because that is Gabriel Jesus and that is Zinchenko. There is totally no difference. Like that is how good they have been for us. I really wish you can get more players from Manchester City. I am absolutely buzzing, man. Like I did a poll at the beginning of the season and asked how many points we are going to get from the first 5 games, from the first 15 points. And most people are saying maybe 10, maybe 11, maybe 3 wins and a draw and a defeat, maybe 3 wins and 2 draws, maybe 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. 3 games, 3 wins. And next up, guys, we are playing against Fulham and Aston Villa. Like we can actually get 5 wins in a row at the beginning of the season. That is so crazy. And after that, it's also another easy game against Manchester United. So we can actually make it 6 out of 6. Things are looking so good. So let's get into what happened in the game. In terms of Arsenal's lineup, but actually before I do that, let me show you Arsenal's lineup from today and Arsenal's lineup from the last time we faced Bournemouth, because the last time we played Bournemouth away from home, that was Arteta's first game. So I'll have it on the left and on the right. So on the left is Arsenal's squad from today. We had Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Xhaka, Partey, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Jesus. The one on the right was Arteta's first squad as Arsenal manager the last time we faced Bournemouth away from home. Just look at the difference. Then we had Leno, Maitland-Niles, Luiz, Socrates, Saka as a left back, Torreira, Xhaka, Nelson, Ozil, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. Only Xhaka and Saka have actually survived from 3 years ago. Only those 2 have survived in the team. Literally, we have made every single change. And can you tell me how many of those positions have been improved? Is Ramsdale an improvement on Leno? Yes. Is White an improvement on Niles? Yes. Is Saliba an improvement on Luiz? Oh, come on. Definitely, yes. Gabriel on Socrates, should we even talk about that? Zinchenko on Saka as a left back? Yes. Xhaka, Torreira, as it's looking right now, Jacques is looking very good. Partey, Torreira, Saka, Ozil, like everything is such an improvement to what we had all those years ago. And even the bench, Martinez, Mustafi, Mavropanos, Guendouzi, Willock, like literally, we have changed the entire team from the last time we faced Bournemouth. That is crazy. So let's go in terms of detailing to Arsenal's team for today. So we expected this team to start. We knew no changes were going to be made. Another start for you guys. This is the first time Arsenal are playing the same team. Like we've started with the same team the first game against Crystal Palace. We didn't make any changes in the second game, and we didn't make any changes in the third game. This is the first time we've started with the same team for the first 3 games since 2003. That is almost 20 years ago. Literally, we never start with the same team 3 games in a row. Maybe you start with a certain team in the first game, and then by the second game, maybe you've gotten new players or other players have left or something has happened or players have COVID or anything you want to say. We never actually have the same team for the first 3 games. It's looking like this team is actually settling, which is very, very good. And then on the bench, that bench all of a sudden looks very strong with Matt Turner there, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Holding, Elneny, Lokonga, Nketiah, Smith Rowe, and Fabio Vieira. Just imagine if you add Pedro Neto to that, and then you also actually add someone like a Tielemans or Paqueta. That would be absolutely insane. So that was Arsenal's squad for today. I know you don't care about Bournemouth, like just quickly go through them. They were playing in a back 5 and then 3 midfielders, and then Billing, who's a midfielder, was playing up front. So they had Billing, Moore, Pearson, Lama, Tavernier, Zamora, Kelly, Senesi, Mefam, and Smith. That was Bournemouth's team for today. Now, a lot of you are saying Arsenal to win the game by 4-0, 3-0. I actually went for 4-1. We should have had a 4th goal. It got disallowed. Nketiah maybe should have scored later on. I thought Bournemouth were actually going to score. But what was I thinking? How can you score with the likes of Saliba at the back, man? That is just crazy. The clean sheets are looking so good. So within 5 minutes of the game, Odegaard had opened the scoring. Odegaard's first goal of the season. I've talked a bit. I've been judging him a lot the last couple of weeks, which is kind of correct. Let's be honest. Last week against Leicester, Saliba was great. Jesus was great. Martinelli was great. Odegaard wasn't on that level of Jesus last week. And in the first game, I think everyone else was better than Odegaard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Against Crystal Palace, like we had so many other players who were better than Odegaard on that day, the likes of Zinchenko. Today, Odegaard was probably the best player today. He got into the right positions. He created chances. He scored 2 goals. This is the first time Odegaard has ever scored 2 goals in a game. So things are looking absolutely upward. And that was also Jesus. Let's talk about Jesus, because that run he made for that first goal, the way he just drifted past 5 players, I can guarantee you that Lacazette can definitely not do that. Listen, I always say no disrespect to Lacazette and Aubameyang. The first couple of seasons with them was amazing. They were scoring a lot of goals. They took us to Europa League final and everything. Aubameyang won us to trophy and everything. But if you compare Jesus right now and Lacazette last season, that is just crazy. I had a stat about, I think by now Jesus has something like 20-something touches in the box so far this season. Lacazette had 31 the entirety of last season. So in the next couple of games, if Jesus touches the ball inside the box 10 times, he will have already outdone the entirety of last season and what Lacazette did last season for us. That is mad. That is absolutely crazy. Like, he adds so many qualities, and I still cannot believe some of you are saying, why are we signing Jesus? Arteta out. Jesus is a bench playing at Man City. Jesus is Man City's leftover. What are you talking about? I promised you guys Jesus is going to bang in 20 goals and 10 assists, and it's looking very likely already. This is just the first 3 games. The first 3 games, and he's doing this good. So 1-0 in the first 5 minutes. Jesus' run was incredible. What a guy. And we didn't have to wait too long for the second goal. This time, Odegaard scoring the second goal. Jesus with the assist. Jesus is crazy. Like, if you don't have him in the FPL team, you are crazy yourself. 2-0 within 12 minutes. Basically, it's game over by then. And that is how you want to start the game. Last season, we were starting a lot of games 0-0 at halftime. Then in the second half, we had to come back. Like, we did it so many times last season. Against Wolves, we had to score late on in the second half at home. I remember against, I think it was Brentford at home, we had to score a goal in the second half. Same with West Ham at home. Like, so many games, we were going to halftime 0-0. This time, we are scoring 2 goals. within the first 12 minutes, and it's basically game over, and it's just basically just passing it around and trying to get a third and a fourth. And this was Jesus' reaction after Odegaard scored. That was all of us, basically. All of us were Jesus in that picture. I was so amazed that we got 2 goals in the first 12 minutes. We rarely do that. We used to do that back in the Wenger days, but recently it's been very hard. Goals are going in now. That is 9 goals scored this season so far. Last season at a time like this, we had 0. That is a whole lot of improvement. And we could have had more. We could have had more. How many? We had a goal disallowed today. I think we hit the post like 2 times or 3 times against Leicester. Against Crystal Palace, we should have had more as well. So it could have been like 12, 13 goals. And also, we've now scored the most goals in the Premier League so far. Man City will probably pass that tomorrow, but it's great to have 9 points right off the bat. So nothing really much happened in the rest of the first half. We were just passing it around. Bournemouth did not have any shots at all. They literally had 0 shots at halftime. And let me give you a couple of stats from the first half as well. We did have 360 passes in that first half, and Bournemouth only had 108. That is also so crazy. Like, we tripled the number of passes they made in the first half. We also had 8 shots and they had 0. And I think the position, there's a time we had like 17, they had 30 in that first half. So really, really good. Halftime, I knew by then we had won. Probably most of you are feeling good about the game as well. I thought we were definitely going to win unless something crazy was going to happen in the second half. Bournemouth had to change things around. I think they even changed the formation from this squad. I think they brought in, can I get the squad? Yes, I can. So I think they brought in 2 subs from the bench. I don't remember who, I don't care, but they kind of changed their formation. I think they went to a back 4 or something. I really don't care as long as that's their own. We are focusing on Arsenal. So Jesus did pick up a yellow card in the second half, but that shows his energy. Lacazette used to pick up a lot of yellow cards as well. That is, I think, Jesus' first yellow card at Arsenal. I don't expect him to be going crazy with those ones. And then came the third goal. The third goal from none other than William Saliba. Like, you see when he scored an own goal last week and the fans cheered him. Usually that doesn't happen at Arsenal. If that was Mustafi, you probably would have been booing him. But since we know how good Saliba is and we know how much we've gone through with Saliba, will Saliba come back? Will Saliba go? Saliba is in the French squad. What is happening to Saliba and Arteta? Arteta out. Saliba should be here. All that. I'm so happy that drama is gone and Saliba is enjoying his football. And I think that is like his first goal or something. I'm not sure. Definitely first goal for Arsenal. I'm not sure if he scored a goal for Marseille, but that goal was incredible. It was so incredible that these were the reactions from Jesus and Zinchenko. They could not believe that he had actually scored that. Look at how Zinchenko is absolutely amazed. He cannot believe Saliba scored that. And Jesus himself cannot believe that Saliba scored that goal. Like, it looks like he never scores those kind of goals back in training and back at Marseille. That's why these guys are so surprised, because they've been training with him for like a month, more than that probably. He probably has never scored that before. So that was probably my reaction as well, with his left foot as well. Left foot, amazing, man. 3-0. Just look at their poor goalkeeper. I'm so sorry, guys. We have to laugh. I mean, I know it could come back to bite us, but just look at how worried the goalkeeper is. The goalkeeper is like, what the F, man? What the F is going on, man? Like, how can you score that against me? So sorry. I know the goalkeeper gets along with Ramsdale. All the best to him, but really, really happy to see Saliba doing that. Like, literally, we gave him like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 against Crystal Palace. Against Leicester, I think I gave him like a 6 because we conceded 2 goals and he got an own goal. Today, we'll find out what I've given him in the player ratings later on, but he was amazing again today. Yes, Bournemouth didn't do a lot in the first half, but the passing from Ben White, from Saliba, I cannot complain at all. The energy, you cannot bully this team, and that is another thing I love about it. When we had this other team on the right side, again, for the ones who are joining, that is a comparison of the last time we faced Bournemouth and this time that you're facing Bournemouth. The last time you're facing Bournemouth was Arteta's first game. Like, in that squad, Torreira could easily be bullied. Nelson could easily be bullied. Luiz would make a mistake any single time, could give away a penalty any single time. Socrates, calamity. Ozil, now we know Ozil on his day, 2015, 2016, great, but the last couple of years, a lot of people called him lazy. Like, the difference, like where Ozil was playing and where Odegaard was playing, like if you compare the performances in those 2 games, like Odegaard was way better. Like Martinelli, compare him to Aubameyang playing on the left side, Saka compare him to Nelson on that day, absolutely totally different, man. Like I'm even putting absolutely and totally on the same sentence. That's how good it was. So Jesus actually scored his own goal, but it got disallowed, unfortunately. Could have been back-to-back goals. He was very happy, but unfortunately it got disallowed. No problem, though. He still looked very, very good even without the goal. That is what I want from my striker. Even if you don't score a goal, yes, we need goals from you, but even if you don't score a goal, give us something else. Pressurize the defenders, assist some goals, win us some fouls to take away some time from the clock. Just do something in the team for us so that you can actually enjoy. And just look how happy he is, man. Just look how happy he is. Like, I'm probably guessing he's thinking like there's no difference with here in Man City. There is, in terms of him playing every single day. But him and Zinchenko, they're probably thinking like, wow, at Man City, we used to score 4 or 5 goals. There's no difference at Arsenal. We are scoring 3-4 goals every single week. They must be like, wow, there's no difference, man. Absolutely amazing. We are scoring goals. We are not conceding goals. Last week, we basically scored for Leicester City. And it's looking like we're going to keep a lot of clean sheets. I said last season, I don't remember the exact number, but I think we scored 50-something goals and we conceded 40-something. I don't have the exact number, but it's looking like we're going to improve on both of those. I'm probably going to get more than 60 goals and hopefully concede less than 30 if possible. 26, 27 would be okay. Hopefully you can concede less than that. So that was that is what's happened until the 72nd minute. And then finally we made the subs. If you're just joining, hit the like button. I'll really appreciate it. I've put a poll on YouTube asking who your man of the match was. Was it Saliba? Was it Jesus and Odegaard, or is it any other player? Let me know in the comments section. If you're watching on Facebook as well, let me know who your man of the match was. So we actually made 3 subs in a row or together. Martinelli, White, and Odegaard went off for Edin Ketia, Tomiyasu, and Smith Rowe. Jesus got the entire 90 minutes. Smith Rowe played as the number 10 today. And then Edin Ketia was playing on the left side. We never got to see Fabio Vieira today, which is okay. I actually understand why. Probably next week, we are going to see him in the home game. I think it's better if we see him in the home game. He gets that reception, not in another player team stadium. No, that stadium is so small to give Fabio Vieira his debut. I'm talking a lot of crap, man. Like if we lose next week, but basically that stadium is so small to give Fabio Vieira his debut. Let's wait for the real deal at the carpet next week to give Fabio Vieira his debut. So Xhaka did make an error. I didn't forget that. He actually almost gave away the clean sheet in the 77 minutes. We'll talk about that in the player ratings. And then Jesus had a shot. We could have had another goal again, but it was offside later on. And then Tierney Lokonga came in for Saka and Xhaka. We didn't even have to use Fabio Vieira, and if we can get another 2 players into this team, that would be amazing. Like the bench should be absolute quality. Like the other players who didn't even make the bench today. Players like who am I forgetting? Pepe wasn't there, so that's interesting. That looks like Pepe is not going to be there for too long this season, and that's unfortunate for him. It just hasn't worked out, man. Like for Pepe, it just hasn't worked out. I'm sad how it has turned out. 72 million, we're expecting it to be absolute fire, but it just didn't work out. If it's a loan deal, let's see how it goes and does. And if he can come back, great, amazing. Cedric didn't make the bench. I mean, Marquinhos played for the under-21s today. So let's see how it goes. But things were looking good. And then Ketia had a shot in the last minute. Even the players who came on for a few minutes, like they created something. Like Smith Rowe created like a couple of chances. That through pass to Nketiah was amazing. If you can bring Smith Rowe from your bench, that is great. Smith Rowe was our top scorer from August to like March last year. Like he was our top scorer for like 7 months before Saka overtook him later on in the season. That's how good he was. And if you have a defense like this is the first time, like let me know. This is the first time you're looking at the Arsenal squad. You're like, Ramsdale, I love him. Zinchenko, I love him. Gabriel, Saliba, White, yes. Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard. Even Xhaka is looking good. What the hell? Martinelli, Saka, Jesus, absolutely amazing, all of them. Like, this is the first time you're looking at the Arsenal squad and you're like, yes. Compare that to the squad we had last time. Did you really like Leno? Yes. Did you really like Niles? Nah. Did you really like Luis? Maybe. Did you really like Socrates? Nah. Saka at left back? Maybe not. Torreira didn't want to be here. Xhaka, that time, definitely not. Nelson, is he really the answer? Ozil wanted to leave, 350,000 a week. No one liked him in the final year. Aubameyang was great that year. Lacazette was probably great that year. But you can mention maybe 3 or 4 players that you loved from that team. This time is literally the entire side. So that is absolutely amazing. Let me repeat the start I started with this video. 2021, 2022, 3 games played, 3 games lost, bottom of the table, 9 goals conceded, zero goals scored. Fast forward 1 year later, totally different. 3 games played, 3 games won, top of the table. By the way, Manchester United, bottom of the table. If a Manchester United fans comes to talk to you right now, don't talk to them. They are 18 or 19 positions below us. Just don't talk to them. They should be cooking for you. They should be cleaning your clothes. Any Manchester United fan that you know, they should be doing everything for you right now. They should be bowing down to you. We have them in the next 3 weeks. Let's hope we do beat them. So things are looking so good. We've scored 9 goals. We've only conceded 2, and one of them was an own goal. So things are looking absolutely perfect. Let me see what you guys are saying, and then I will go to the player ratings. Let's see. Casey says Saliba man of the match. I'm doing good, RK. Good evening, Anu. Alayinka says congratulations. We can hear you clear. Thank you, Adam. Yaya says the Gunners all the way. Bello says our boy Saliba. I have to confess, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, even 1 year ago, I never felt like Saliba will ever play for Arsenal. I was like, he kind of doesn't like Arsenal by now. Arteta doesn't really like him. I am so glad that is over and he's now an Arsenal player. He's I think 20 or 21 right now. That is his age. Like I saw someone saying the other day, he looks like he's 26. That is crazy because that experience, the way he just looks like, he looks like a real defender, like nothing about hair and all the looks now. He's just a defender. Arsenal, Joseph says, great Arsenal, good work for Arsenal, and says Gerald. Johnson says that needs to give El Neni some respect. Oh, come on, man. Okay, let me just keep reading the comments before I say anything. This guy covered up with some great performances when Partey's out injured for a long time. Lokonga isn't near his qualities. So basically, I'm guessing you wanted El Neni to come on for the last 3 minutes instead of Lokonga. Doesn't really make a difference, man. We are winning games. Like, I'm not up for that. I saw someone today saying Crystal Palace won a game, Vieira is better than Arteta. Like, why would you bring that up right now? Last season, fine, you can bring that up. But right now, we are winning games. Just focus on it. You can ask for transfers, but when you start talking about White should not be playing, or Crystal Palace, Vieira should be the Arsenal manager, or El Neni should be there instead of Lokonga. Like, those are very small things for now. Let's talk about signing Tielemans maybe and signing Paqueta. But El Neni or Lokonga, I really do not care who comes on. I actually do not even care who starts between Martinelli and Smith-Rowe. I don't care who starts between Saka and, I don't know, Fabio Vieira. The team is looking good. So whoever starts, as long as they're going to perform, great. We have a lot of competitions. All of them are going to get chances to play, Johnson. Good job, guys, says Emmanuel. Awesome, says Bams. I'm so proud. Gunners for life, says Adebayo. Congrats, says Remipa. Harriet says that's awesome. Arki says, please subscribe and smash the like button. I appreciate it. People are happy, as you can tell. Tactical says, my man of the match is Granit. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Against Leicester, I'd probably have said that. Today, I think there are a couple of players who did better. I don't think there's anyone who did bad, but I think there are a couple of players who did better. I think he was probably one of the man of the match against Leicester. Katuma says, congratulations, Arsenal family, let us push until we win Premier League. Maybe not this season, but the more points we collect at the beginning of the season, let's create that distance between us and Man United and all those teams, Tottenham, and then we can start looking at that. We just want top 4, remember. Let's not get carried away in terms of that. What I want right now is just for us to get way ahead of Man United, West Ham, Tottenham, to the point of, by the time we get to December, we are 15 points ahead of them, of those teams, especially Man United and all. Before they wake up, we are like 15, 16 points ahead of them. Congratulations, says Paul. Arsenal now the destroyer, says Subai. You had the comment. You had the comments saying Arsenal. Arteta is cooking, basically. That's what they were saying. I saw a lot of people saying Arteta is cooking. The players are cooking. Like, we're not struggling to create chances. And it's not just from one position. We are creating chances from the left side, from the right side. Goals are coming from everywhere. I love you, Arsenal, says Endurance. Congratulations, says Monga. I'll come to the rest of the comments. I appreciate it. I can see you, Ashton. I can see you, Isaac. I can see you, Remipa. I can also see you, Naomi. Thank you for being here. I'll come to your comments. Let's go to the player ratings. Let's rate these players out of 10 for today. So let's start with Aaron Ramsdale. So I always write the player ratings in the first half, and then as the second half goes on, I change it a bit in case they add goals or they do something amazing. So Ramsdale 8. I think he made a couple of saves, and then from corners, his handling of the ball was great. No problem with his kicking at all as well. In the first half, there's a time he just kicked the ball long to Jesus. He does that for fun, like the way he does it. If you compare him to De Gea in terms of kicking, like the difference is massive. So I definitely do understand why Ramsdale was chosen instead of Leno. The kicking alone, like Leno cannot make a pass like that the way Ramsdale makes every single day. So I'll give him an 8 for today. I had a 7, but he did keep a clean sheet, so I added 1 point. And Ramsdale is one of those players, when he keeps a clean sheet, like he feels so better. Even if we win 6-0, and then he doesn't keep a 6-1, and then he doesn't keep a clean sheet, he's not happy. But when you win 1-0, 6-0, he's very happy. So really, really good to have him. That his leadership quality is great. So Ramsdale gets an 8 for today. Let's go to the left back. Zinchenko, I've given him an 8. Another great performance, clean sheet. Like, he's keeping Tierney out of the team. Tierney is back fit. Like, I remember 2 seasons ago, if Tierney wasn't there, we were totally screwed. I remember last season, like if Saka wasn't there, we are totally screwed. Like right now, it doesn't feel like that. Like even if Zinchenko, even if Tierney is not there, Zinchenko is there, it's fine. Even if Zinchenko is not there, Tierney is there, it's fine. Like things are looking good in terms of that. And Zinchenko, he also got an extra point because of this celebration. Like he was totally shook. He could not believe Saliba had scored from there. So I'll give him an extra point for that celebration. And he was also part of the team that kept a clean sheet, and he also played the entire 90 minutes. So Zinchenko gets an 8. That is 3 games in a row that he's looked so good, man. Again, some people were saying, why are we paying 30 million for Zinchenko? This guy does not even start at Man City when they don't have a left back. Cancelo's been moved from right back to left back. Zinchenko is crap. Why are Arsenal buying him? Arteta is making another mistake. Tierney is better. Why didn't we keep Tavares and sell Zinchenko, not buy Zinchenko? All that, you get what people were saying. So Zinchenko gets an 8 for today. Next up, the right back. I've given White an 8 for today. In the clean sheet. So I had a 7 for all of them because they didn't really have a lot to do in the first half. But in the second half, Bournemouth started attacking. I created a couple of chances and they were clearing the ball, and he kept a clean sheet and he got subbed off. Job done. And remember, as he's playing right now, and let's not forget that is not his actual position, Ben White, and we've not even noticed it because he's playing so well there. Like last season, and Tomiyasu wasn't there, he noticed that Tomiyasu wasn't there. Right now, Tomiyasu, even without Tomiyasu playing, we've not even really noticed that Tomiyasu is in there because clean sheets. White was great against Zaha. Today he was great again. So I've given him an 8, kept a clean sheet. The next one is Saliba. I had a 7 before, and then he scored that goal, and I upgraded that by 2, and he gets another 9 in an Arsenal shirt. Saliba, 9 out of 10. Now, again, just like Ben White and Zinchenko in the first half, we didn't have a lot to do, but they provide other qualities. Their passing is so easy. Like, I feel so safe. Like, whenever Mustafi and, like, Socrates had the ball, I was totally, myself. Like, I was S-ing myself, the S word. Yes, I was totally cropping myself whenever the likes of Mustafi had the ball. Right now, whenever the likes of Saliba have the ball, I am not worried at all. I know the pass is going to be great. I know they're going to make the correct decision. And all these guys are below 25, 24, like some of them are even 21. That is just crazy. So Saliba gets a 9 for today. What a goal. Opened his Arsenal account, and you can see how happy everyone was for him. The fans are happy with him. Look at how everyone is smiling. Gabriel is smiling. Don't ask me which Gabriel, all of them. Ben White is smiling. Xhaka is smiling. Odegaard is smiling. Saka is smiling. Partey is smiling. Even the fans behind them, some of the Bournemouth fans are trying not to smile because the goal was so good. Just look at that. Like, everyone is happy for Saliba. So Saliba gets a 9 for today. And then I've done Ben White. So Gabriel, I've given him an 8. Part of the clean sheet again. I really love Gabriel. Like, another thing I love about these defenders, hopefully nothing happens, touch wood, get injured. Like Ben White, Gabriel, I know got suspended last season, but whenever it's not like they're not injury prone. They can easily play all 38 games of the season, and that is what you need: consistency with your backline. You need everyone to be fit. If you can stay consistent with your goalkeeper and your backline, is going to be great, because last season, remember, if you kept everyone fit and you kept everyone in the team, Tomiyasu, Partey, and Tierney, would have gotten that top 4, but the injuries totally killed us. So Gabriel gets an 8. So those are the defenders: Ramsdale 8, Zinchenko 8, Gabriel 8, Saliba 9, and Ben White 8. Thomas Partey, I've given him a 7. And I guess the midfield was solid. But again, I don't think they had too much to do. But then again, maybe the reason why the defense didn't have a lot to do was because Partey and Xhaka were just solid in the midfield, and they didn't really have no one passing them. But I think there are other better players than them today. Nothing wrong about their performance, but Partey gets a 7 today. Actually, let me correct that. There's a couple of things wrong. Partey gave away a very dangerous free kick, unnecessary free kick in the second half that could have easily been a goal and would have destroyed the clean sheet. So I'm going to give him a 7 for today. Xhaka, I'm going to do the same. I know Tactical in the chat has said Xhaka, man of the match. I think he was great. I think he's been great this season. I think he's been great in preseason as well. He's definitely improved. But I do look at every single detail, and I did count 2 times he gave away the ball. And when he gave away the ball in the 77th minute, to be precise, we almost conceded from that, and it could have we'd have killed our clean sheet. So I look at every single detail of the game, and we have to be fair in terms of the player ratings. 7 is not a bad score, man. Like last season, we were giving them 2s and 3s. So Xhaka gets a 7 the end of last season. Martin Odegaard, 2 goals for Arsenal. Last week, I gave him a 7. The previous week, I gave him a 6. Today, Martin Odegaard, you are going to get a 9. Man of the match, probably. Scored 2 goals. Leader, captain, our new captain. He's looking very good. The thing I love about Odegaard is, like, when he has the ball, I know he's going to make the right decision. Like in terms of passing, like through balls, like lobbed passes, all that. And today he actually scored 2 goals. If I can add 2, you can add 2 goals to his game. Just even I'd actually only asked for 7 goals from him this season. He's already gotten 2. If he can get 7 goals for us this season, that would be great. Like, it doesn't even have, like, as I said, last season, if Saka didn't score, we were totally screwed. The previous season, if Aubameyang didn't score, we wouldn't get a goal. This season, I'm not worried. Like, Saka hasn't even performed that great the last 2 games, but you haven't even noticed it because Odegaard has stepped up, Jesus has stepped up, Xhaka has stepped up, Martinelli has stepped up. Even when one player goes off form, another one is doing great. Like, that is great. That is something great to have. So Odegaard gets a 9 for today. That his first brace at Arsenal. I was really hoping he'd get a hat-trick. I was really hoping Jesus would get a hat-trick last week, but we are getting goals. I think we'll definitely improve on the number of goals all these players score. If you can mix it up, one of them gets 5, another one gets 7, another one gets 8, we are not going to struggle for goals. And also the disallowed goal, it was actually Odegaard's pass, so it could have been an assist as well on top of that, but it got disallowed, Jesus' goal. So Odegaard gets a 9. Let me know if he's your man of the match, or do you think the likes of Saliba or Xhaka were better? Bukayo Saka, just as I said, I've given him a 7. I mean, last season, everything was going through him, and the previous season as well. This last 2 games, we are not using his wing that much like we are using last season, just the right side. No, we don't have to use him, but he's not bad at all. I noticed the defending, the way he was coming back and helping Ben White to defend. He was not being caught out of position. I do like that. He did lose a couple of balls in the first half. That is why I'm only giving him a 7. No problem, though. He's still one of our best players, and let's hope he does improve. The good thing with what we have right now, if he doesn't play well, he knows Marquinhos can easily be called from the under 18, under 21. We can easily bring in, I don't know, you can have Smith Rowe playing on that side. It could be anyone. Smith Rowe played Fabio Vieira in midweek in the under 21's game. He played on the right side. That is the Saka position. So Fabio Vieira could play, like, if anyone plays badly there, either Martinelli, Odegaard, or Saka, Fabio Vieira can take any of those positions, and Smith Rowe can probably take any of those positions as well. Even Gabriel Jesus can play on the right side. That is why he used to play for Man City if you want to bring Ketia in. So everyone has to play well every single day. Martinelli gets a 7 as well. His energy is great. I think he was better against Leicester and Crystal Palace, but his energy is great. He never stops running. The first goal from Odegaard, it probably should have been Martinelli's goal. He decided to shoot with his left foot. Maybe decision making. Some of you are saying during preseason that Martinelli needs to improve in terms of his finishing. I still don't agree with that. I still feel like he's great at finishing. But yeah, this game and Crystal Palace, he got a couple of one-on-one chances, but it went directly to the goalkeeper. And actually against Crystal Palace, he shot it off target, but his energy is great. Like anyone who's marking Martinelli, you're going to have a tough game because he's just going to run every single time. And he's creating a very good understanding with this guy behind him. And that is what we love to see. So Martinelli gets a 7 for today. And then our striker, the best striker in the league, the best number 9 in the world, Lewandowski learned from this guy. Haaland learned from this guy. His name is Gabriel Jesus. Another brilliant performance. Like just his run for the first goal when he went past 5 players, that alone gives him a 7. That alone gives him a 7 because he basically opened up the game for us within 5 minutes. Nothing to worry about. No, 20 minutes without a goal, 30 minutes without a goal, you get worried, 40 minutes. No, 5 minutes, Jesus is up to the game. And sometimes people usually say players need like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get into the game, get the energy into the game, get going. No, Jesus needs the whistle to be blown, and he's right on you right away. He's pressing you. He's going to get the ball. He's going to run past players. Look at him celebrating. That wasn't his goal. Just know that wasn't his goal. You're celebrating Odegaard's goal. He looks very happy already as an Arsenal player, and you have a lot of pictures of that. He was celebrating throughout the game. He was looking dangerous. He played all 90 minutes today, and I think that will definitely help him. At Man City, remember, for those guys who are saying he never played at Man City, you are right. He played 2 games at Man City, and then the next game he's on the bench, and then the next game he comes on for 5 minutes. The next game is being played on the right side. The next game, Sterling is going to play with Mahrez. The next game, Jesus is on the bench again. Like at Arsenal, he's going to start every single game and he's going to play 90 minutes most of them, and he's going to enjoy himself. And if he stays fit for the entire season, like there's no doubt he's going to get more than 20 goals. Let's be honest. Like he's going to get chances, especially if Saka decides to let him take a few penalties, which he's not great at. He's not perfect. At Man City, he never used to be great at penalties. I still prefer Saka on penalties, but whoever is confident, just take the penalty. I don't really care. Whoever is confident at the time, just take the penalty. So he gets an 8 for today. He got an assist, and I think he's being owned by 80% of managers in Fantasy Premier League. That is the most anyone has ever been owned since the start of FPL. That shows you something. Jesus gets an 8. So let's go to the bench players. They weren't on for too long, but I am going to give Tomiyasu a 6 because they played for 20 minutes in there. He still helped us keep the clean sheet at the end. 6. Smith Rowe was very involved. He created a couple of chances. I'm going to give him a 6. Kete did lose a couple of balls. Sometimes he was being kicked out of the ball so easily or being dragged out of the ball so easily. But I'm feeling so happy and generous, so I'm going to give him a 6. Tierney and Lokonga aren't on for too long, so Tierney 5 and Lokonga 5. So let me know if you saw someone in the chat saying El Neni should be coming on instead of Lokonga. Let me know what you make of that. I don't really care. I don't really think that matters a lot, whoever comes on. The game is done. El Neni will get his chance, and El Neni is one of those players who doesn't really mind. That is why I love him. He doesn't really mind whether he comes on. He probably knows I'm not needed today. He will be needed maybe sometime. Next week, he'll probably play against Fulham. Hopefully, we do get the job done early. And Tierney, I have a feeling he might start next week, but Zinchenko is looking so good. But since it's Fulham, I don't want to underestimate Fulham. I think Fulham are looking better than Bournemouth right now. And Mitrovic is such a threat from aerial balls. So I don't know. So I don't know if Tierney is going to start instead of Zinchenko, give him a rest, because after that, we have Aston Villa, Man United, and the Europa League is starting, and the Carabao Cup is starting. So they are going to get their chances. Let's go to the manager. I've given him a 9. I've given him a 9, man. I had to give him a 9. Like there's a lot of. Let's go through the stats again. This is the first time Arsenal are winning 2 away games at the beginning of a season without conceding a goal for the first time since 1993. So we beat Crystal Palace 2-0. We beat Bournemouth 3-0. No goals conceded, 2 wins. That is the first time that has happened in 2 away games in a row at the beginning of the campaign since 1993. How many of you were born? Yeah, probably less than half. So it happened way before we were here. And then the next one was 9 points out of 9. That is the first time that is happening since 2003. That season, we went on to win the season unbeaten. Can it happen again? Let's hope so. The other thing is the first half, we totally dominated it. He has the confidence of keeping the same team. The understanding looks to be great, and it definitely helps that since watching the Amazon documentary, I've really had the more respect for him and the rest of the players. The way he does his team talk, absolutely amazing. So he gets a 9 for today, cannot complain. He's looking happy. Great. We really want him to succeed. I really do not like waking up in the morning and seeing Arteta out. That is definitely not what we need. So if you are saying that right now, he's just going to ignore you. I really pray that he does well at us. We really want him to do well at Arsenal. The team is looking definitely better right now, and hopefully if they can get a couple of players in before the end of the transfer window, things are looking great for the rest of the campaign. So 9 for him, 3 wins out of 3. Compare that to last season, it was 3 losses out of 3. Definitely a lot of improvement. So those are your player ratings. My man of the match, I am going to go for Odegaard, then followed by Jesus, then followed by Saliba. Actually, I've given Saliba 9 and Jesus an 8. Could easily have been Jesus a 9, but Saliba got a goal. That's why I gave him an extra point. But then in terms of the overall match, I think Jesus was better. First half, giving him a 9 and 8 doesn't make sense, does it? Thank you for the super chat. RK, I'm buzzing. We kept a clean sheet. Thank you for that. We kept a clean sheet and we won again. That's 2 clean sheets in a row. Leicester could easily have been the same if Saliba didn't get that own goal. It could easily have been 3 clean sheets in a row. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Partey, man of the match. Wow, interesting. That's interesting. I actually don't think so. Didn't think they had a lot to do, and they gave away a couple of free kicks, but hey, everyone did great. Daba says, congratulations to our team from Zambia. Appreciate it. Arul says, Odegaard, man of the match. Kawuki says, Odegaard, man of the match as well. Matea says, Saliba. Naomi is happy. Teens Wolf says, that's awesome. Congratulations. Ghana, this is the Arsenal. This is the Arsenal. Alimu says, this is the Arsenal. He knows. Matea says, Saliba is not human. What a performance. Amazing, man. And you look at his age, if he stays like at Arsenal and stays loyal and stays fit and nothing happens to him, he can stay here for 15 years and he can do a Tony Adams on us. He can stay here for so long. And hopefully that happens because he's looking so good. And there's something that is almost guaranteed at the moment. I know France have a lot of good defenders, the likes of Fofana and all these guys. I don't think Varane will go to the World Cup. Jules Koundé, all these defenders that France has. Saliba is probably a starter for France right now. I don't know. Let me know. I think he'll probably definitely go to the World Cup. So that is great. We'll see a lot of players at the World Cup this time round. Saliba, French players, Brazilian players, English players. That's great. Anu says, good win. Good job, says Festa. Some buzzing. Brighton says Arsenal on top. Thank you, Kamara. I'm so proud of you, Gunners. What a team, says Hillary. Nice one, says Chanda. Vani says we need more than that from our Gunners, bro. So big teams can be scary. Wait, we need more than that from our Ghana. Need more than what? More than 3 goals. I don't know. If you can get 6 goals, well and good, but I'm not going to complain. Let's see. Thank you, Abbas. I appreciate it. Livingston is so happy. Gunners, I love you. Thank you, BW. Paul is happy as well. Murphy is happy as well. So is happy as well. Simon is happy as well. This is what we want. We want our fans to be happy. This is exactly what we want. Abbas says the team is getting better day by day. Great job. We could easily have had 5 or 6 goals in that game. Against Leicester, we could easily have had 7. Crystal Palace was a bit tougher, but it's always hard to face Crystal Palace, let's be honest. Like, since we played Crystal Palace, they've gone to Anfield and drawn with Liverpool, and today they thumped Aston Villa by 3 goals. So Crystal Palace is a really good team. Next up, we have Fulham, and then we have Aston Villa. That is right there for us. Like, we can so easily get 5 wins out of 5. We can actually be top of the table for another month. That would be so great, man. That would be so good. The way we are playing right now, I'd be so mad if we drew with Fulham at home or Aston Villa at home, because Aston Villa not good, looking good as well right now. After that, it gets harder with Man United. I don't know. Maybe it's easier with Man United. But after that, yeah, it gets harder. We go to Old Trafford. I think we'll play Everton. But these fixtures are so good. At least we don't have to face Liverpool and Man City right now. Man of the match, Odegaard says, RK Hassan is happy. Devils United, I am so sorry that you're a Man United fan, Nazy. Congrats on the win. Thank you. You guys have signed Casemiro, though. Let's see how you do on Monday. Olajide says, congratulations. Odegaard was outstanding. From a Man United fan, Mbuba says, we love you Gunners. We are getting stronger and stronger in each and every game. I really like it. Now, let me make something clear. I still think we had a good season last season. We didn't finish top 4, but there's a time we were winning so many games, like between November, December, when we were beating all these teams 4 or 5 goals, Leeds, Norwich, all these guys. We were beating Tottenham, and then I think we beat was it West Ham at home. We beat a lot of teams. And then also in February and March, when you won twice against Wolves, home and away, within 14 days. And then we beat West Ham away from home. And then we beat Chelsea away from home. And then we beat United at home. That time, things were still looking good. But then, obviously, we dropped off in the last couple of games. And those 3 games we lost in a row against Crystal Palace, Southampton, and Brighton cost us. I don't think we had a bad season. This season, the difference is we've started well. That is great. Last season, we started badly and we had to chase. Abbas says Saliba is great, very good. Really happy that he's here. Very impressive, Sonsek. Bernard says, good job. We are in for business this season. In fact, no jokes, we are coming. Excavator. No human being can stand in front of it. Wow, interesting. We are doing machinery things, says Isaac. This season we want a trophy. That is what I want. I really want the Europa League. If you can offer me, if you told me 5th place in the Europa League, I'd actually take that because I really want us to win a European trophy. I am so tired of hearing Arsenal cannot win the Champions League, Arsenal cannot win the Europa League, Arsenal not good in Europe, Arsenal cannot win trophies. I really want us to win that Europa League. But if we can win anything else, FA Cup, we love winning it with that after 2 years. Or if we can win the Carling Cup, the Carabao Cup is what it's called. The Carabao Cup, we've actually done so well the last 5 years. Last season, we got to the semi-final. I think the previous year, we got to the quarter-final. So we lost to Liverpool last year. We lost to Man City the previous year. There's a time we got to the final and lost to Man City in 2018, I think. So we actually do better in the Carabao Cup than the FA Cup the last 5 years. The FA Cup, we've won it once, and then we've gone out in the 3rd round 2 times, and we've gone out in the 4th round 2 times. So we've gone so close in the Carabao Cup. The reason why we've not won the Carabao Cup is because we end up facing Liverpool and Man City, and they have better second teams than ours. Right now, I'm confident in our second team with Smith Rowe or any one of those players playing, Fabio Vieira, any one of those guys playing. I'm confident you can go find the Carabao Cup. Silvano says man of the match, Odegaard, and I want us to win that cup as well. I've never seen Arsenal winning the Carabao Cup, I think since 1993. Indeed, Pat is my man of the match, says Isaac. William is happy. Ruben says this is Arsenal we have dreamt of. If we can get 2 more players in this transfer window, I'd be so happy. So, by the way, Tielemans didn't start for Leicester today. So take that however you want. Does that mean he's going to transfer out? They also left out Fofana. So still, to me, we need more players in the middle. I think we definitely need a midfielder. Let White improve on his crossing. Maybe, but that's not really... I think White is kind of... old school in terms of being a right back. He's not a right back, but for him playing there, he's kind of old school because he doesn't really need to be good as Trent Alexander-Arnold or anything. As long as he does the defending on the other side, that's great. And his passing, I think only Xhaka can match up to the passing of Ben White in that team. Correct me if I'm wrong. Only Xhaka can probably compete with White in terms of the long passes, especially. He's very good at that. Crossing, maybe needs to work on that, but remember, he's not even a right back. That's what I want. Goals, goals, goals. I'm in love with the boys, says Kamara. Someone says goals. Paul says, seriously, we should have scored more than 3. However, it's a good win. Definitely. We did create we actually scored more than 3, but some of them got disallowed, unfortunately. So I'm not going to complain that. So things are still looking good. What a performance, says Timothy. Francis says, bravo to the Arsenal. God is great, saying good performance. I love my team. Gunners, are we still going for more transfers? There's still 12 days in the transfer window, so I think they'll definitely get in another player. There's a lot of players who are going to leave. Pepe was not there today. Probably is going to leave. We are still waiting for Bellerin to leave. Niles will probably leave. So we're expecting 5-6 players to leave. And I'm hoping, I'm thinking we're going to sign 1 player and then get another player on loan. I don't know how they're going to do it. If they can sign 2 players, great. I'm not a fan of loan deals, but if they can get just 2 new faces into this team, that would be great. Because if you just improve on that bench is looking very good. So if you can add 2 players, like Holding, great, you can play in the Carabao Cup and Europa League, but if you can have someone else there and then you Holding is not on that bench, and then maybe replace one of Elneny and Lokonga on that bench and have someone like a Paqueta or Tielemans, whoever they're going to sign. That would be so amazing. That would be so amazing. So I'm really, really happy. Thank you guys for watching. Next up, Fulham, and then Aston Villa, and then Man United. We are now top of the table. Don't forget that. Let's enjoy it today. If you have any Man United friends, remind them that we are top of the table and they are bottom of the table. In fact, don't even talk to them. We shouldn't be talking to them. They're bottom of the table. 3 points, 3 wins out of 3. Team is looking great. Absolutely buzzing. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.